Hi, this is Kathy Powell on day 20 of the 30-day video challenge. Today we're going to look at the physical environment of the 9 environments of you. Your physical environment is made up of places, sounds, lighting, furnishings, and tangible objects. Does your physical space inspire you? It's important to create space that nurtures and stimulates you on every level and helps you express your true personality and flair. In 1995, I opened my own consulting business, Powerfully Organized, to help people organize their work and home environments. My first year in business, I loved successfully transforming a client's environment from chaos and disarray to calm and productive. Several months after completing my work with the client, I'd check back with them only to find that the vast majority of them were not maintaining the systems we had worked so hard to put in place. Some of my colleagues reminded me that this was job security, since those clients needed me to keep coming back to help them get organized again. Since my goal was to help a client create and maintain a productive environment without becoming dependent on me, the Band-Aid business model felt very much out of integrity. I soon came to realize that organizing a client's physical and clarifying priorities was like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. I started using the metaphor of an iceberg to describe the work of getting organized. The tip of the iceberg represents the physical environment that we can see and organize. The part under the waterline, the biggest part, represents the mental part of being organized. What I mean by that is being clear about priorities and organizing one's schedule, space, and mind around those priorities. I realized that I needed some additional skills to assist my clients with the mental part of getting organized, so I became a certified business and personal coach, and I began combining skills from both of these separate professions. I recall one client in particular, I'll call her Jan, who invited me into her home to help her get organized. One thing I learned early on as a consultant was the importance of discovering who owned the problem. Initially, it sounded like Jan's husband owned the problem, as he was the one who had suggested she hire me to help organize their home. But my work would be with her, not with him. I knew that if she was not motivated to solve the problem, any work I did with her would not have lasting results. My initial sense was that Jan did not care one way or the other. I was there to appease her husband's wishes. I probed to find out if she had any personal motivation to organize and declutter their home. Jan took me into a room that was literally filled with boxes and piles of things. Although it was difficult to see, in the middle of the room was a very large table, piled high with just about everything you could imagine. I asked Jan what the purpose was for the room. She told me that many years ago she had been a quilter, something she loved doing. I asked her what stopped her from quilting if it brought her so much joy. She said that she had stopped quilting because she did not have any space to work in. The large table in the middle of the room had been a perfect space for her work, but that was years ago, and she could not ever imagine reclaiming that space. I told her if she wanted to quilt again, we could work together to make that happen. Before my eyes, I saw Jan transform from being an unmotivated bystander to becoming a highly motivated participant in decluttering and organizing their home, starting with the room that contained her quilting table. Designing your physical environment without working from a foundation that is based on your priorities and passions is not meaningful, and the results will not last. I invite you to take a few minutes to identify ways in which you would like to upgrade your physical environment. Stay tuned tomorrow for a discussion of the last of the 9 environments, the nature environment.